Hello everybody, Ben Rogers here, the Raptors Digest, reacting to the Toronto Raptors. I don't even have the box score pulled up, but the Toronto Raptors, I apologize. As you can see, it's a different background, a different setting right now for me because my camera wasn't working. That's why we're going out here late, but I was trying to get it fixed, I was trying to get it going, and oh my goodness, we're off to a tough start here already. But the Toronto Raptors 115-109 victory against the Philadelphia 76ers, and my goodness, this was a massive W for the squad, a massive W for this Toronto Raptors team, because obviously coming after what was it? We were on a 5-game win streak, and then we lose to the Brooklyn Nets. We have a heartbreaking one against a deflating one against the Boston Celtics yesterday, and this game was essential to come back and get the W here in this one. But as I try to navigate to get the box score back, I do have to say the Toronto Raptors, this is a gritty W. This is a gritty win for this team because this these are the games. The Philadelphia 76ers, they're top the East. I know they don't have Joel Embiid. Obviously, they don't have Ben Simmons right now. And Mark Bent is already coming in with a super chat to get that rocking. We appreciate the super chats here. Ready? People are amped up, and as they should be. Now, people are also asking where Riker is. I apologize. I tried to get this going as quick as possible, and then I blundered some of the setup, especially with my camera broken. But Riker's out for a basketball game. He got called in for a game late, so I'm trying to do it here without my other camera. But the Toronto Raptors, big W in this one, and I got the phone, I got the box score pulled up, and the first guy that we have to talk about in this game is Fred VanVleet. Now, I know Scottie was dominant. I know OG Anunoby, specifically in the second half, was able to ball out in this one, right? These guys were ready to go, but Fred VanVleet tonight, 32 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, and there were moments in this game because the Toronto Raptors, they obviously go through slumps at times when it comes to their offensive production, right? The plays can get stagnant. The team can sort of, the shots just don't go down a lot of times. They go through these droughts. And tonight, it was really Fred VanVleet who was hitting shots, who was getting into the lane and keeping us from when we were in these droughts, because the Sixers played well in this one, specifically Tyrese Maxey, right? They were ready to go. They were really ready to go. And people are saying in the chat Fred had a bad game. And I get what they mean in terms of there were some moments where Fred just had some odd choices, but I won't take the Fred slander on this podcast here today. Riker usually buys in. I'm trying to give in his takes for while he's out, but Fred VanVleet, his energy and his timeliness, I thought were essential, even if there was some moments where it was tough, but Fred VanVleet, you can't slander Fred VanVleet when it's 32 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists. Get out of here with that. And we're definitely going to be talking about a celebration as this goes along. People are talking about the jerseys, the jersey collection. The picture in the background looks horrible on the Mac webcam, so it is what it is. But Fred VanVleet, these are the games that you just love having him on your team for, right? He's ready to go. He hits these timely shots. And the big thing I noticed, also, happy Remembrance Day. I'm a bit jarring all over the place now. I'm getting in my rhythm a bit, but happy Remembrance Day. Got the poppy on November 11th. Gotta remember, but not to dial back on the Fred VanVleet takes, but tonight I thought Fred played at a speed which really could suit his game better, because obviously, Fred VanVleet has a tight handle. He can get by people. He has the skills to sort of break people down. However, at times, he can over-dribble, as a lot of people have pointed out consistently on our podcasts, on the Reddits, on wherever, right? People are always slandering Fred VanVleet for dribbling, and he does have some time. And sometimes it's good, especially when he has a big on him where he can really just cook up. But when he's playing fast, when he is running down the court and says, okay, I got someone trash on me, I'm going to score quick before the defense gets set, then the ball handling, the quick dribbles, they're really effective as he's getting by the first guy and the defense isn't set. There's no help defense there. And we saw Fred get into the lane and finish really well in this game because he was finishing quickly. He wasn't going up against a set defense and the defense was already set down there in the paint. He was getting by his man fast. And I thought Delano and Scottie did a really good job at sort of upping the pace for this team. but I thought Fred VanVleet took advantage, ran down the court fast, made his moves quick, and then scored early in the shot clock. And I think, obviously, the finishing has been a struggle for Fred VanVleet. If he can finish before the defense is set, that is essential. That is going to be essential for Fred VanVleet to continue to get buckets and have nights like this. And if we get this Fred VanVleet every night in, night out, it's pretty remarkable. But, you know, we're starting off this video and might get a drum roll. Riker usually gets the drum roll going, but there is an award, and Fred VanVleet is definitely in the contention for it tonight, but it has to go to Scottie Barnes. That's right. The Scottie Barnes Award is going to none other than Scottie Barnes himself. Only with 13, 9, and 4. Only. One steal, 2 blocks, but his impact on the game was felt. This was felt. And I'm peeking in the chat here. I'm gonna incorporate the chat pretty soon, but no one likes the new setup. No likes. Hey, the new setup. It's not meant to be like this. It's the camera's broken. But Scottie Barnes tonight in this one, a little bit passive to start the game. First half specifically, it was, you know, Scottie Barnes could get going a little bit more. He could get the ball bounce and go north. What is it? North south, as Nick Nurse says. Right, that obviously is what we want. Everyone's calling for Scottie Barnes to get more aggressive, to start driving to the rim and attack, because he's so efficient. He even has a nice midi, but I thought there was a point, specifically when the Sixers made a little bit of a run. It was about a 10, 12-point game, right? Scottie Barnes just came down with about 5 possessions. I don't even know if he scored and assisted on all of them, but he was the direct reason that buckets went down. I'm surprised he only had 4 assists in this game, because he was driving the lane, making the right passes. He hits a couple of middies. This guy's mid-range jump shot is on another level. I don't know why he doesn't take more of them. I don't know why Scottie Barnes isn't pulling up in the mid-range and saying, you know, I'm 11-time Scottie Barnes Award winner right now, right? This guy's got to have that confidence, just hoist those middies up, get that stuff rocking, and, you know, I'd love to see Scottie Barnes rocking it. And Captain Save It, bro, calling for a like spike. Like, some kind words in there. Jalen Stark's getting the like spike going, so definitely get a like spike for the Toronto Raptors, getting a big W, as we love to see. But I don't know, Scottie Barnes' impact on the game, he truly has that superstar impact. Even if it's not showing up in the box score, he completely shifted the momentum of this game. I thought him and Delano, who himself didn't have a crazy box score, only 4, 4, and 2, only 16 minutes, but I thought the pace that they put the game back was just another level. So shout out Scottie Barnes, but there's so many guys that we have to talk about tonight, and the next guy we're talking about is OG Anunoby. Got his classic jersey set up there in the back, but OG Anunoby, first half, again, same thing. A bit nonchalant, a bit letting his game get going, right? Doesn't want to play too good, because then the Sixers will be asking for him to get traded for a Ben Simmons deal. Obviously, we're not trading for the young socialite, but OG Anunoby, specifically in that second half, to close this game, I don't want to spoil any segments, but he was really the guy that we went to down the stretch. Fred VanVleet carried us throughout. He had big moments when the Raptors were struggling, but when things got rough, it was OG who took over this game. And he was driving in, even if it wasn't a bucket immediately, even if it wasn't him scoring all the possessions, right? He was driving in the lane and creating for other people, and still had a solid box score. Ended up 20 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. 7 of 15 shooting, 2 of 4 from the 3-point line. So that's solid numbers from our guy OG Anunoby. And I'm not used to the camera being right above the chat. It's distracting. I'm looking at all your guys' takes as we go along. But you know, this is OG Anunoby played great. I rave about OG on pretty well every single podcast, so I don't want to dive into him too much. But the ball in his hands to end the game, I think it's a better look. Fred VanVleet, you know, the defense sort of at the end, obviously, it tightens up a little bit. They're all focusing in. They want to get those stops when the game is completely on the line. Fred VanVleet had the ball a couple times, not in complete crunch time, but a little bit before. And, you know, the three, he forces up a few threes occasionally, right? Fred VanVleet's a monster in this game, but I think the ball should be in OG's hands, or even Scottie Barnes' hands. We'll see. No, that might be a stretch, but I love Scottie Barnes. I raved about him at the beginning of this podcast, but I think right now OG should be the guy with the ball in his hands, and he's hit that clutch shot. He's made clutch plays tonight, right? This is this is OG's the number one option, as Fred VanVleet says. So I was really impressed with what he did down the stretch of this game and hit one just nasty three. It wasn't completely in clutch time, but it was right when the Raptors needed a bucket, needed a tough shot. The offense was a bit stagnant. OG Anunoby, it's nice to see his progression and what he's able to do more consistently this season. Now, the next guy, I can't rave about our team enough in this one, but another guy that we have to talk about is Gary Trent Jr. Because Gary Trent Jr., his midi, 20 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, but it felt like he had 10 steals in this game, and the Raptors defense was just on another level as it always is in this one. And Gary Trent Jr., I gotta make the Starboy animation, but he has been, his midi, as I said, when the offense is stagnant, you want guys that can sort of create for your team. And he gets there in the mid-range and just hits tough shots over really strong defense that the Philadelphia 76ers was putting out there tonight. And the growth of Gary Trent Jr. on the defensive end, we've talked about in every podcast, but he's growing more and more consistent offensively now. And obviously people were saying with Pascal Siakam coming back into the lineup, will Starboy be put to the bench? No, he can't be. He can't be. He's too much. He's on another level for our team. So Gary Trent Jr., he's getting 20 points per game. This is the Toronto Raptors squad we want to see night in, night out. None of that lethargic mess we saw against the Boston Celtics. We want this type of energy, right? And we see it come in spurts, but I guess when you have a young team, that's just how it goes. But I love what I've seen from Gary Trent Jr. But guys, I'm giving you all the kazoos. I've held my faith, even though I was losing a little bit of hope. I did cut him in fantasy, which I'm sad about. I should have held on. But Chris Boucher, Trey Boucher, the Bloc Québécois, whatever you want to call him, Chris Boucher showed out tonight. Looked like the Chris Boucher of old, blocking shots down the lane, dunking the basketball, shooting his threes with that catapult form you love to see. Chris Boucher bouncing back, playing at his usual level, the expectations that we've seen. Riker called him the third best player on the Toronto Raptors last season, right? I thought that was a bit of a stretch, but when he's playing like he did tonight, right? 17 points, 6 rebounds, a couple of blocks, and that's a lie. The box scores line, he had more blocks than that. He was swatting 3-pointers. He was out here in the paint, locking down, whether it be Drummond, whether it be whoever, right? Chris Boucher playing like this, the Raptors have that bench scoring, that bench presence, and this could be a game that unlocks Chris Boucher, because we all know with him, it's over the course of a season, up and down, right? Will he be consistent? Can he go through stretches? But he's a confidence player. He needs to be able to go out there and feel good about himself, ready to hoist up those shots, and specifically in the Boston Celtics game, we just saw Chris Boucher in his short stretch not shoot. He wasn't shooting. And now I know when we do these post games, we're reading the chats, and everyone's just flaming Chris Boucher for his shot selection. But that's what he does. We need Chris Boucher with that elite confidence. He's unorthodox. He takes unorthodox shots. And when he's playing confident, when he's playing good, this is what we get. This is what we get from Chris Boucher. And I think he can do it. I don't think he's lost his skill. He completely fell off a cliff by any means. I'm back on the Chris Boucher bandwagon. I didn't fall off. I wasn't getting into the slander of Chris Boucher, but I love seeing him play at this solid level. Now, guys, I'm a little bit thirsty. I need to hydrate a little bit, so gotta down myself some Fiji water. I need to get hydrated, get the liquids flowing, because Svi Mykhailiuk, right? Svi Mykhailiuk, what a play. And before I dive into Svi's just balling out performance, we do have a super chat from Play Teles 123 saying bonjour, monsieur, for Chris Boucher, Trey Boucher. Mans, I love seeing Chris Boucher back, get that stuff out of here, blocking shots, playing well. So I love seeing it. I appreciate the super chat as well. But yeah, Chris Boucher, I can't rave about him enough, but I'm getting hydrated here. I'm playing that animation again. I feel like on the solo pods, gotta bust out some more of these animations, but whew, Svi G. The thing I'm loving most about Svi Mykhailiuk is in condensed minutes, right? He's not a guy that has to be starting because we saw him play in these games. Scottie Barnes out, right? What is it? 11-time Scottie Barnes Award winner, right? Svi Mykhailiuk, with Scottie Barnes out, was balling out in the starting unit. Was playing great. Great defense, great energy, knocking down shots. Now, I know he had a low game in the first game Scottie Barnes was back. Didn't get that much run in it. But other than that, Svi has found his footing with the Raptors. Now, he's getting comfortable. And even whether he's playing 10 minutes, whether he's coming out, how many minutes did he get in this game? Only 15 minutes in this game. And only 5 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. You're not looking at the box score and saying, wow, I got dosed in a hydration of Svi. Right? You're not saying that. But what you're saying is this guy is energy, his impact on the game was felt ridiculously. Now, Chris Boucher, I was high on, as I said. I'm juiced that Chris Boucher is back, and Nick Nurse takes him out in the fourth quarter. I'm like, Nick, are we gonna have to flame your rotations once again in the post game podcast? I trust you, but you question things at times. Why are you taking out Chris Boucher when he's playing well? Right, Svi's coming out. I know he's had a solid game, but Svi came in against that small ball unit of the Philadelphia 76ers, and similar to what the lineup of Scottie Barnes and Delano did coming in, he just completely changed the feel. He's getting deflections. I feel like every game he gets 1 or 2 front court, I won't call it cherry picking, but the players just aren't expecting someone to come at them so wildly with those quick hands, with that basketball IQ, right? Svi is just poking the ball loose from people in the front court. I think he did it twice tonight. He's coming down, and I said in the first couple games, Svi looks a bit uncomfortable. He's driving down the lane. He's going a bit too fast, right? He's missing these open layups, open fast breaks, but now he's coming down and he's throwing off handoffs. He's making the right decisions. He's shooting the right mid-range jump shots. He's not settling. He's not doing a Matt Thomas and being hesitant on his threes, right? Svi Mykhailiuk, even when he's only getting a few minutes, do you know how hard that is? Trent Jr. can't do it. He needs to be a starter. Now, obviously, Gary's a better player, but, you know, Gary, you see the flow. To have a guy that can come off the bench in only 15 minutes, still give that energy, still give that confidence, still be able to knock down his threes, that is so valuable for a Toronto Raptors team, and that can't be overstated enough, because that's such a tough skill to have. And he was our best player off the bench in the Boston Celtics game, right? I'm amped up. I'm juiced up on some Svi Mykhailiuk. I'm juiced up on the Fiji water right now. I'm chugging down some of that Fiji water right now to get this game rocking during this post-game podcast. So you love to see that from Svi Mykhailiuk. Love the guys coming off the bench, and Delano Banton as well. He doesn't kill you. Your eyes aren't blown. You're not getting blown away by his box score, but his impact on the game is certainly felt himself. He did have a 3 as well that got taken away by a silly call by the referee, but Delano Banton, once that jump shot comes along, and it's looking pretty good, right? We're gonna see some fun stuff. Some fun stuff. Now, that's the entire Toronto Raptors roster at box score. Before we swing in the segments, I do want to give a shout out to Tyrese Maxey. I do want to give a shout out to him because he's almost a Toronto Raptor. If Lowry decided to go to Philadelphia, Tyrese Maxey would have been a Toronto Raptor, and I see why Masai Ujiri wanted him. I see the vision now. I see why. 33 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, steal and 2 blocks for Maxey, and we just struggled keeping him in front of us. And I don't know. You got to give credit where credit's due. Shout out Tyrese Maxey, making up for the young socialite not playing these minutes. But you know, that is what it is. And people are slandering Siakam still in the chats. We got Gene saying, let's get a little like spike going. We're at 66 likes, but we got to swing it into the segments, folks. And tonight, the spicy pea lay of the day. Now, there are so many that it could go to. We got OG Anunoby, his clutch 3. There was a play early. People were slandered. I want to get the Precious propaganda early before I get into the kazoos, right? Because Precious came down the lane full speed. I know he didn't have especially in the first half, wasn't looking too hot. came down and threw an alley-oop full speed to Chris Boucher. He got flamed for not passing to Svi in front of him and in the previous game against the Boston Celtics, but to see him throw that alley-oop was nice, right? We got a couple plays down the stretch, some big shots, but it's going to OG, Trent, and Fred. OG Anunoby coming inside the lane, getting inside that lane, driving into the middle, and then kicking out to Trent, who hits a fadeaway three when the Raptors needed it most. When they needed it most. Hit that three. I think the Raptors went up by 2 or something. Went up by 1. I forget what specifically. And then the possession after. OG once again has the ball in his hands. The decision maker, the number one option. Driving down into the paint. Who else? The same corner. The same corner that Trent Jr. just hit. That just a couple years ago, couple years previous, against the Philadelphia 76ers as well. Kawhi Leonard hitting that corner. Sixers fans must have PTSD from the Toronto Raptors. Whenever they see a Raptor in that corner, they must get PTSD. And tonight, it's only pushed further because, Fred VanVleet balled out in this one, and he hit the clutch shot, the dagger. Is this the dagger? He hit the dagger in this game tonight. And had a little celebration as well at the end of it. I got a little clip. I stole it from someone on Twitter. But he's breaking out the celebration. The big baller celebration. Right? We got that from Fred VanVleet. Balling out. Ready to go. Look at Fred VanVleet. Look at how excited this is. He never celebrates on his three-point shots. He never celebrates on his game winners. He's steady Freddy. But no, tonight he was ready to go. He was ready to sell. He was ready to rock out for this squad. Let's get a little leg spike for Freddie V's celebration because you love seeing Freddie VanVleet, Freddie Valet, Steady Freddie, hit those game-tying, game whatever they are, daggers down the stretch of games, and then rubbing it in a little bit to the Philadelphia 76ers. Big time shots, big time plays for Freddie VanVleet. I'm juiced here for the Toronto Raptors getting these W's. Frederico balling out, as Ronnie Ped says. Jalen Stark is saying girth in the chat. Love to see it. But obviously, not all plays can be the spicy play of the day, and some just make you say, oh, geez. And tonight, the OG's play of the day. In this one, it's going to Precious getting involved in all of these segments. He's going to be playing in all these segments. And Ray Quazo saying he's going to get fined. He is definitely going to get fined for that. People always get fined for those. Except Joel Embiid does the DX thing occasionally. So maybe he won't. I apologize. Oh, right. My apologies for the speakers. I'm closer to my microphone than I usually am now. So I apologize for that. But this is Precious. I'm keeping the propaganda going. I will always spew the Precious propaganda. Never will stop off it. I will always speak the truth about Precious. But unfortunately, tonight didn't look too hot at the start of this one. I don't want to give him this another segment. He's getting in all the segments, but he had a open three, completely open, right? Completely open. And the ball, I guess he gets an assist for it, probably. He shoots a complete air ball. No one around him, left on the island. And obviously, he's better than Bam, he's better than Giannis, but neither of those guys have been known to shoot the threes that well. So maybe if he gets those shots down, that'd be nice to see. But then Scottie Barnes caught the air ball three, rebound and put it back in. So it was an assist for Precious. So I like to see that. But finally, the infamous, well, it's becoming infamous. The one and only Paul Pierce, Golden Kazoo Award of the night. Riker says this one's smoother than I do, but gotta get the Kazoos playing in honor of. We said we get them playing if the Toronto Raptors did end up losing, if they did end up struggling. But no Kazoos playing tonight. No tanks. No tanking on this squad. We're back above 500. The Raptors just got to get their chemistry a little bit back with Pascal Siakam. We'll be talking about Pascal Siakam. Kazoo's going everyone and slandering Pascal. You got to get back in a rhythm. People are saying he's out for this and all that sort of stuff. Siakam's our guy. He's going to become more assertive. It'll be good. But Precious Achiuwa tonight, 1 of 10 from the field, 4 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, outside of scoring. He was all right. He played some good defense on Drummond, and I wanted to just address He's developing, he's working, he does all the things on the court. He just got to get that touch around the rim a little bit smoother, right? Get that Khem Birch floater. If Precious Achiuwa can add that Khem Birch floater from few feet away, right? Then the Toronto Raptors will be good. But he'll be fine. He's developing. I'm spewing that propaganda in every podcast. Once he gets that down, he's going to be playing. He was doing it at the start of the season. He was hitting full speed middies, right? For Precious at the start of the year. So I don't know. I think he'll be good. But I do want to give him credit, and it could have went to him as well. Because he came in, didn't play that much in the second half, specifically the fourth quarter. Subbed in immediately once Drummond was killing us down the stretch of the game. Or Drummond, well, like the defense, the presence, they went a little bit bigger. We needed Precious back out there on the court. Immediately, he had the confidence to go in and try and yam it on Drummond. Got the foul call. It was overturned by a coach's challenge. But I love that confidence, and he redeemed himself because the Toronto Raptor, he ended up winning the jump. He ended up winning the jump over Andre Drummond, which is all you need. Right? All you need, and then ended up leading to 3. So Precious is playing 4D chess out there, so you love to see that. But guys, enough of me crazy rambling on this. I gotta get the final alarm. I want to hear what you guys have to say about this game. Let's see if I have this animation pulled up. Oh, yes, I do. Wheel. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Wheel. That's right. The final alarm has sounded. It has gone off. I want to hear what you guys have to say about this game. What are your thoughts? Are we still slandering Siakam in this chat? Is that still happening, or is it happening more because we won without him? Is Bagley that much better than Birch? No, Rahul, he is not. Bagley is not that nice. He's good. Maybe he could be good. Maybe he could be good developing. Just right now, nah. It's gonna be epic, Mr. Bro. Paul Blunt's having a chat. Hoping you're right. He will be good. Tom Duke, you know he'll be balling out. It's our first win without Sam Decker. Michael Dio saying trade Siakam for Decker. Yeah, honestly. But that's tough. No Siakam curse. The Siakam slander is picked up. I knew it would start picking up by the last 2 minutes of final alarm. But honestly, Precious and Drummond is a really fun matchup to watch. That's facts. That's big facts. Jalen Stark there. But no Siakam slander. Get out of here with the Siakam slander. I completely agree. Let's trade Boucher for Bol and Najee? Maybe is... I don't know. I like Boucher, but maybe a trade high after one game. I don't know. Yeah, no Flynn. Of course, the Raps win. I don't know. Is there Flynn slander happening now? Fourth quarter Flynn, the Crimson Flynn. I think a lot of people want to see him win. Want to see him back playing. But yeah, Siakam will have a big game Saturday. I agree with that, Graham. I'm excited for him to back out. I wouldn't trade Ben's camera for Siakam. Yeah, the camera, I'm disappointed in it. I think I got the lighting fixed up a bit, but I was out here hustling. I was trying to get my work computer on here, try to stream from the work computer, but it wasn't picking up my camera. So Golden Kazoo also tonight can go to my camera for struggling for taking an L on this one. But Siakam for Norman Powell. Why are people out here calling for more guards? And Shay is 100% correct. How can there be Pascal Siakam slander when he didn't even play? Right? It's a whole final alarm for slander. I guess that's what it is. And Gigi saying his contract is bad. That's fair, but I don't know, he's all NBA second team. We gotta hold out our hope, guys. Hold out our hope. We need some shots. Jeff J is saying Svi is underrated. Couldn't agree more. A guy that can come off the bench in however many minutes and still ball out, be consistent. That's huge for any team. But Boucher up tonight didn't deserve any minutes. Up until tonight, didn't deserve any minutes. Well, he earned them last year. And the Golden Kazoo goes to the final alarm. The final alarm is culture. We had to switch up the noise because it's messing up people's dogs. The dogs are going crazy in the background. But Siakam for Michael Porter Jr. People think Siakam's contract is bad. Whew, Michael Porter Jr.'s, that guy was averaging like 5 points per game. No, that's an exaggeration. I don't know how many points he was specifically averaging, but he's trash in fantasy. And he was averaging a horrific stat line to start off the year. Now he's got a back injury again. And he got a max deal himself. So that's horrible. Siakam for SGA, that's a better deal, but I don't think we're getting SGA. He's too nice, and he fits the Siakam's older. The OKC Thunder want to be younger. They want to go with that younger timeline, but maybe they're like, oh, Josh Giddey's our point guard, and they can run with that. Who really knows? But, you know, it's Heat versus Clippers looking nice right now. Two of my, I don't know, I like Lowry, but Heat and Clippers, two of my least favorite franchises outside of the Nets. Not a big fan of that. Well, the Heat I don't mind a lot, but I don't know. I'm not rooting for the Heat. Not rooting for the Heat. But Siakam for Ayton. I seen a NBA trending post some stuff. They're always posting these random rumors saying that DeAndre Ayton might be traded if that happens. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be actually the case. But yeah, Scottie Barnes is a beast out here. That's facts. Siakam for Bamba? No, we're not trading for Bamba. Straight out the six, saying Cat or Porzingis. So two very different players. One we could easily get. I don't want Porzingis at all. Stinky Pinky. Maybe it depends on the price. Depends on the price for Stinky Pinky. But Cat, if we can get Cat, that's crazy. Yeah, I should roster Maxey for some waivers. I've been streaming, guys. I think Maxey's picked up pretty good now for people. We'll see what happens with Ben Simmons. There's some wild news coming out with Ben Simmons, so we'll see what ends up occurring on that. But Siakam, Dragic, and Boucher for Towns. They accept that. That'd be a deal for the Raptors. Injuries are a concern with Towns. But Towns are pretty talented. Just say, how about them Raptors? How about them Raptors, Miguel Costa? How about them Raptors getting W's? You know what I'm saying? That's yeah. Ayton would be great. The great. It's like the tiger. The cereal. I don't even know what they are. But Siakam for Allen, Jared Allen. It makes sense positionally, but I don't want to trade Siakam, guys. You don't trade low on a star. You want a championship. 30 points in game 1 of the NBA Finals. 37 or something. Right? That's Sajjad Hassan is asking why he didn't play. Just recovering, getting back in game shape, all that sort of stuff. Obviously, he was out for a very long time. Maybe the slander got some frosted flakes. Paul Blunt coming in with the knowledge there. But Siakam not playing back-to-backs. Yeah, Matthew Coombs. Everyone's coming in with the facts. The buys got me on lock. But who cares if you won a championship? I care if you won a championship. We need that a bit of championship coreness. He's legit. He's legit. It's for the sake of Barnes' growth. That's fair. Yeah, it's... I don't know. Doesn't help this squad. Guys, I don't like the Siakam slander. The spicy PLA. I don't want to have to change this animation again. I don't want to do it. We changed the DeGoat play of the day. Then we got the Kawhi. You do him like that. You switch to the Spicy P. Spicy P is the only like main segment that's stayed around in terms of that the plays of the night. Do it for the Raptors Digest. I don't have to make more animations. I don't need to. But what is Watanabe ceiling? He's balling out. Or he could be balling out. He's balling out. He hasn't played. But Yuta Watanabe, I think he'd be good. He looked good in the preseason. He's going to be fighting for minutes to make the rotations harder on Nick Nurse. Siakam for Kyle Lowry. Who do you think becomes an all-star for us this year? I think it's OG at this point. You got to give it to OG. He's the guy. He's the man. But Barnes on the court is a blessing. Yeah, even though OG is probably going to get the all-star, Scottie Barnes is the most impactful player, I'd probably say. But two games, guys. 2 games. Please stop with the Siakam trade for now. Yeah, live life. Completely agree. Completely 1,000% agree. Siakam played good when Kawhi was the number 1 choice. Yeah, he also played good when he was the number 1 choice the year after Kenneth Lau. I know you're always trying to trade Siakam. I see you in the chat. Appreciate the takes, but he was good. He's all NBA second team, guys. It wasn't just Kawhi. He averaged like 21 points per game last season. Siakam is legit. Fred VanVleet's all-star. I wouldn't be surprised. The guards are always tougher to deal with, or tough to get into. But that's going to be interesting, actually, because I don't know how deep the East is for guards this year. But yeah, shout out to Mama Lowry supporting the Raps. The dude 92. That's facts. That's fact. Jansen Wu saying Scottie an all-star? That'd be crazy. That would be nuts. That would be... Maybe he would get... I don't know. He'd have to get the box score numbers up. Rarely rookies do get in. Like, Luka didn't even get in his rookie year. Trae Young had big numbers. I don't know if it's going to actually happen. G-Man coming back with the spicy poo. That's tough. Dal L is asking when's Cam supposed to return. Apparently Cam is supposed to be back this weekend. Nick Nurse said he could potentially be back, but we don't know. Apparently it's a minor injury, so hopefully he's going like that. But 1-800-Lunatic. Yeah, Fred is, I don't know. OG just is impact. Impact is a little bit there over Fred. That's my take though. That's my take. But Lowry's mom's still rocking the Raptors gear. She's from Philly. That's loyalty. That's facts. You know, Lowry's the goat, the mama goat, mama groat. That's what we'll call her. But apparently it never happened, if I'm mistaken. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what never happened. But Nick Nurse needs to become an assistant coach again. He doesn't know Jack. What? Nick Nurse completely switch up the game by putting Svi Mykhailiuk at the end and getting the energy up. I love seeing Nick Nurse doing that stuff. Knicks pride. Shout out the Knicks. Did the Knicks win or something? But big task at hand. Big task at hand. Appreciate you coming in the chat. But we need to trade some of our depth for a quality player. You know, a legitimate center. Like a big, not legitimate. I think Precious is good. I think Khem Birch is good. Precious has the ceiling. Precious has the potential. He has the wow. He could potentially just be great, right? While Khem, I think, is a steady mid-level center, right? He's the perfect backup center, as I've said. So I like that dynamic. Obviously, it's tough with Khem Birch being out, but he's so valuable being that yin and yang, right? Precious, the youthful, full of potential. Right? Could it play like a star and then play just completely trash? That's Precious Achiuwa. And then Khem Birch can just come in and say, yeah, I'll hit my floaters. I'll play some defense. I'll get some rebounds. I won't be that great, but I won't be that bad. I'll just be a solid, legitimate center. And that's what we need. That dynamic, that duality of the Toronto Raptors center lineups. You love to see that. But tonight, yeah, people are going to be flaming Precious, but I'm going to keep the propaganda going, as I always do. The Precious propaganda. Get that going every night. Night in, night out. But guys, I'm running long here. I'm going solo. But it's you know, it's tough here. Hopefully my camera isn't broken. I will be so sad if my camera doesn't work anymore. But it wasn't working for a good half hour, 40 minutes to start off this one. That's why we got the makeshift setup. I hope you guys did like the jersey collection. I got the old Jonas, got Kawhi back there. Got the Lowry, OG, another Lowry. Yeah, you probably couldn't see that Lowry jersey, but Pascal Siakam out there. But anyways, guys, this is a fun solo, a fun game for the Toronto Raptors to come back. Right? It's you know, I appreciate everyone in the chat making the takes. We love the dynamic. We see some faces and losses, some faces and wins, and then, you know, people are always ranting, wanting the trades, wanting the excitement, and it's good. It's all good. But anyways, also if you guys aren't subscribed yet, I don't know if we don't have the hoodie animation. I'm not even going to try to switch with the setup I got going now. But if you subscribe to the channel, we're doing a giveaway, 22K subscribers for a fresh hoodie, fresh hoodie. So it's definitely rocking out with that. Check out the Instagram, the TikTok, the Twitter, all that cool stuff. Join the channel membership. It really helps us out. You get a lot of cool stuff too, a lot of cool perks. And finally, merch. Should be down below. Quality merch, you know what I'm saying? So it's anyways, guys. I'm signing off on this one. You guys are the best make this fair. I'm signing off. Cheers. I don't have the outro. I'll play the live intro at the beginning of this.